Okay, let's just a second. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's continue with the questions discussed in the previous lecture. Second question అయిపోయింది కదా. Number of possible tangents which can be drawn to the curve which are perpendicular to the straight line. So with the given slope, this point we already discussed. With the given slope, two tangents can be drawn from an external point. Okay, so not from external point. With the given slope, two tangents can be drawn to a hyperbola. Any curve, circle, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. So with a given slope, two tangents can be drawn. Sorry, in parabola only one tangent can be drawn. Okay, in parabola only one tangent can be drawn with the given slope because y is equal to mx plus a by m. So value of c is a by m. There is no plus or minus in parabola. There is no plus or minus in parabola. So with the given slope, only one tangent can be drawn to the parabola. Remaining all the three curves, two tangents can be drawn. Circle, ellipse or hyperbola, two tangents can be drawn with the given slope. And from an external point to every curve, circle, parabola, ellipse or hyperbola, from an external point, two tangents can be drawn. Okay, that point is fixed. 63rd question only. The locus of the foot of perpendiculars from the center of the hyperbola on a variable tangent. Simple question ఇది. Next 64. Foot of perpendicular formula వేసుకోవాలి. h minus x1 by a is equal to k minus y1 by b is equal to foot of perpendicular minus ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square. There h comma k is the foot of perpendicular and you have to find the locus of that point h comma k. Okay, next, the locus of the point from where the tangents to the rectangular hyperbola contain an angle of 45 degrees is. Okay, angle between the tangents is 45 degrees. So these models already we have discussed in circle, ellipse, parabola also. Okay, once again look at this 64th one. Locus of a point from which the tangents to the rectangular hyperbola or rectangular hyperbola, thing is same, contain an angle of 45 degrees. So angle between tangents is equal to 45 degrees. Locus of a point, so let the external point be, p x1 comma y1. Okay, so to to this point we have to find the locus. Okay, locus of the point, locus of this point we have to find. Now, okay, what is the equation of tangent? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Okay, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1 plus or minus under root a square m square minus b square, but b is also equal to a because this is a rectangular hyperbola. Now say this, y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Sorry, wait. Y is equal to mx plus or minus under root a square m square minus a square. Y minus y1 and y minus k and x minus h. ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? Y minus k is equal to m into x minus h. Okay, when will you get that formula? When the origin is shifted to the point h comma k. If the center is h comma k for this hyperbola, then we'll get y minus k is equal to m into x minus h and so on. Now for this tangent is passing through x1 comma y1 because from the external point x1 comma y1 only we have drawn tangents. Y1 is equal to mx1 plus or minus a into under root m square minus 1. Now y1 minus mx1 whole square is equal to plus or minus squaring on both sides. దీన్ని తీసుకొచ్చి స్క్వేరింగ్ చేస్తే plus or minus a square into m square minus 1. Now y1 square plus m square x1 square minus 2x1 y1 m, okay, is equal to a square m square minus a square. So form a quadratic here. x1 square minus a square of m square minus 2x1 y1 of m y1 of m plus y1 square plus a square is equal to 0. So m1 plus m2 is equal to m1 plus m2 is equal to 2x1 y1 by x1 square minus a square. Next, m1 into m2 is equal to y1 square plus a square. Now tan theta is equal to 1. So mod of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2 is equal to 1. Squaring on both sides. m1 minus m2 whole square is equal to 1 plus m1 m2 whole square. This is the equation of locus. Okay, m1 minus m2 whole square is equal to m1 plus m2 whole square. Sorry, m1, this we can write as m1 plus m2 whole square minus 4 m1 m2. See, you'll get the answer. m1 plus m2 you know, m1 into m2 also you know. Just substitute the values, you will get the locus equation. Next one. '65. Okay. If two distinct tangents can be drawn from the point alpha comma 2 on different branches of the hyperbola. See, there is a separate concept for this. Once listen to this. You know this point. From an external point, two tangents can be drawn to hyperbola. Any curve. Okay. Circle, parabola, ellipse or hyperbola. From an external point, two tangents can be drawn. So, until now in the circle, parabola or ellipse, there is only one branch, or you can say only one curve. But in the hyperbola, there are two branches of the curves. There are two branches of the curve, hyperbola. So now there is a small concept here, small difference in the concept. Two tangents only. We can only draw two tangents from an external point, but see. What are these? Asymptotes. Okay. This is y is equal to b by ax. This is y is equal to minus b by ax. Okay. Take a point P. A point P. If P lies, okay, if P lies between the asymptotes, okay. Now, two tangents can be drawn. Two tangents can be drawn. Okay. Each to the different branch. There are two branches of the curve. Okay. So if P lies between the curve, ante shaded region. Okay, shaded region. Confusion లేకుండా రాసుకోండి. Two tangents. Okay. Each to the different branch. And the point lies here. Then one tangent, sorry, one tangent can be drawn to this branch and another tangent can be drawn to this branch. Okay. Now, if P lies between the curve and asymptotes, see, this is the region. If P lies between the curve and the asymptotes, which means this one, that is the region. Okay. Then two tangents can be drawn. Two tangents can be drawn to the same branch. Did you understand the difference here? So wherever the point is, irrespective of the point present in between the curve and asymptotes or in between the asymptotes, two tangents can be drawn. That is a fixed point. Okay. Now, if P lies between the asymptotes, this region or this region, two tangents can be drawn, each to the different branch. Okay. If the point P lies between the curve and the asymptotes, then two tangents can be drawn to the same branch. Okay. Remember that point. So using that concept, now we'll solve 65th one. Okay. 65. Now, if two distinct tangents can be drawn from the point alpha comma 2 on different branches of the hyperbola alpha comma 2, okay, two distinct tangents can be drawn on different branches to the hyperbola x square by 9 minus y square by 16 is equal to 1. Okay. Now, observe this very carefully. Two distinct tangents can be drawn on different branches, which means the point should lie between the asymptotes. The point should lie between the asymptotes. First, okay, this is the hyperbola. See the point alpha comma 2. Y coordinate is fixed. Y coordinate is fixed means alpha comma 2 lies on. Yes, y coordinate is fixed. Alpha comma 2 lies on a horizontal line. Suppose this is the line y is equal to 2. These are the asymptotes. Okay, these are the asymptotes. Point should lie on this line point should lie on y is equal to 2 as well as between these two. Suppose this is point A and this is point B. This is point A and point B. What is this? Y is equal to B by AX and this is y is equal to minus B by AX. So A is 3, B is equal to 4. Okay. Now find point A. Point A. Yes. X1 comma 2. Y coordinate is same, right? Y coordinate is fixed. It is 2. X coordinate changes for point A and point B. Only X coordinate changes. X1 comma 2. Now point A lies on which line? This line. So 2 is equal to minus 4 by 3 into x1. 2 is equal to minus 4 by 3. 2 1s are 2 3s are. Sorry. 2 2s are. So x1 is equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay. Next point B. Suppose it is x2 comma 2. Point B is x2 comma 2 obviously. Now point B lies on which line? Y is equal to B by x. So 2 is equal to 4 by 3 into x2. So x2 is equal to 3 by 2. Okay. Now that we have discussed this, okay, now that we have got points A and B, now observe this. This is point P, suppose. Okay. P should lie between A and B. P should lie between A and B because the point should lie between the asymptotes, right? Between the asymptotes and on this line, which means point P should lie between A and B on the line, on the same line. Now, x coordinate of point P should be greater than x coordinate of point A and should be less than x coordinate of point P. Yes. So x1 less than alpha less than x2. Now minus 3 by 2 less than alpha less than 3 by 2, which means mod alpha is less than 3 by 2. Okay. So convert this inequality into modulus. Alpha lies between minus 3 by 2 and 3 by 2, which means the absolute value, or you can say numerical value, is less than 3 by 2. Okay. Next question. Any doubts in this? No doubts. ఎంతమంది వచ్చారు ఆ క్లాస్కి? 15 మంది. Okay, anyways, next. The asymptotes of the hyperbola. అవసరం లేదు మనకి లైట్ తీసుకుందాం. On the hyperbola, if the normal at the point P intersects the x-axis at 9, okay, 67th question is simple. The normal to the hyperbola has equal intercepts on the positive x and y axis. If this normal touches the ellipse, then a square plus b square is. Okay. Listen to this. Normal to the hyperbola has equal intercepts on the positive x and y axis. Now 68th one. Normal to the hyperbola x square by 4 minus y square by 1 is equal to 1. Okay. So equation of normal with single variable. Okay, try to write the equation in single variable. So in single variable means we have to write the parametric equation. So x secant theta by a plus y tan theta, sorry, y tan theta by b is equal to a square plus b square. This is the equation of normal to the hyperbola. Now, okay, x secant theta by value of a is 2, y tan theta value of b is 1. So 4 plus 1, 5. This is the equation of normal to the hyperbola. Now makes equal intercepts on x and y axis. Equal intercepts on x and y axis, which means x coefficient is equal to y coefficient. So 1 by cos theta, sin theta by cos theta cancel. Therefore, you get sin theta is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, sin theta is equal to 1 by 2. Theta is equal to pi by 6. Equation is secant 30. Secant 30 is 2 by root 3. 2 to cancel x by root 3 plus tan 30 1 by root 3 y by root 3 is equal to 5. So x plus 5 x plus y is equal to 5 root 3. X plus y is equal to 5 root 3. Now equation of normal to ellipse. Equation of normal to ellipse. X square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. What is the equation of ellipse? Sorry, equation of normal to ellipse. Equation of normal to ellipse. X cos theta by a minus y sin theta by b is equal to a square minus b square. A square minus b square. Compare these two. These two are same. Compare 1 and 2. You will get the values of a and b. Simple. Okay. Or you will get a square plus b square. Whatever. Compare 1 and 2. You will get the answer. Okay. Seventy equation of chord normal. Same formula. మొత్తం అన్ని formulas. Normal to a rectangular hyperbola at P meets the transverse axis at M. Foci of hyperbola. Problems based on mixed concepts. I don't know. అది ఎలిప్స్ క్వశ్చన్. ఓకే, ఇంకొక పాయింట్ ఉంది ఇక్కడ, అది రాసుకోండి. ఓకే, ఇఫ్ an ellipse and a hyperbola, if an ellipse and a hyperbola intersect orthogonally, okay, or you can say cut each other orthogonally, then their foci coincide. యూజ్ అవ్వచ్చు ఎక్కడైనా, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఇఫ్ an ellipse and a hyperbola intersect orthogonally, అంటే కట్ ఎట్ రైట్ యాంగిల్స్, దెన్ దేర్ ఫోకై కోయిన్సైడ్, రెండింటికి ఫోకస్ సేమ్ ఉంటుందని. ఓకేనా? $76 question number. The coordinates of a point on hyperbola x square by 24 minus y square by 18 is equal to 1. Okay, which is nearest to the line 3x plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Point which is nearest to 3x plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, hyperbola gitla, suppose this is a curve. Okay, somewhere this is the line which is 3x plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so obviously this will not be the tangent. If this is the tangent, what happens? There is a point which is on the tangent and the curve, so nearest point will be point of contact itself. Okay, so అలా ఉండదు జనరల్ గా క్వశ్చన్, కానీ చెక్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత టాంజెంట్ అయితే ఎలా చెక్ చేస్తావు, టాంజెంట్ అయిద్దా కదా అనేది. సి స్క్వేర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఏ స్క్వేర్ ఎం స్క్వేర్ మైనస్ బి స్క్వేర్. చెక్, డౌట్ ఉంటే. సో నౌ 3x plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0, that is the equation of line. This is the curve. Okay, nearest point on the curve to this line, nearest point ఎప్పుడు ఉండిద్దంటే along the normal. Nearest point will be along the normal. So this will be normal to hyperbola. This will be normal to hyperbola. Slope of this line is minus 3/2. So slope will be two by three. Sorry. Equation of normal ఏమవుతుంది హైపర్బోలాకి? ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ నార్మల్, ఓకే, x secant theta by a plus y tan theta by b is equal to a square plus b square. So x secant theta by a root 24, root 4 into 6, 2 root 6 plus y tan theta by b root 18, root 9 into 2 and 3 root 2 is equal to a square plus b square. 24 plus 18, 42. Okay, now slope is 2/3. Slope is 2/3, which means minus secant theta by 2 root 6 whole upon tan theta by 3 root 2, okay, is equal to 2 by 3. From here you will get theta. If you get theta, find theta from here. చూడండి, రూట్ 2 కట్ అయిపోయి √3, మళ్ళీ ఇది కట్ అయిపోయి ఇక్కడ √3 ఉంటుంది, √3/2. ఓకే, 2 by √3. By √3. Okay, from here you get the value of theta. After getting theta, point is a secant theta comma b tan theta. Okay, observe this. 2 cancel, √2 cancel, ఇక్కడ √3 మిగులుతుంది. secant theta tan theta by √3, పైకి వెళ్తే √3. చూడండి క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ ఒకసారి. -1 by cos theta by sin by cos theta into √3 is equal to 1 by 3. Cancel. Sin theta is equal to -3. ఓకే ఓకే, ఏంట్రా ఎవరు కరెక్ట్ చేయలేదు అసలు. ఫార్ములానే తప్పు కదరా ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ నార్మల్ది. దాని ముందు కూడా ఇదే రాసామా నార్మల్ ఈక్వేషన్? ఈక్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ నార్మల్ ఏంటిది? ax by secant theta plus by by tan theta. అది ఫార్ములా. ఓకే, ఇది ఫార్ములా. x secant theta by a plus y tan theta by b is equal to 1. That is the equation of tangent. This is the equation of normal. ఫార్ములానే తప్పు రాసుకున్నాం. So now a 6√2, sorry 2√6 x by secant theta plus b 3√2 y by tan theta is equal to a square plus b square. దీంతో మన సంబంధం లేదు. Now slope is equal to m is equal to -2√6 by secant theta by 3√2 by tan theta is equal to 2 by 3. ఇప్పుడు చేయండి, ఇప్పుడు వస్తుంది ఆన్సర్. నెక్స్ట్, ఆఫ్టర్ ఫైండింగ్ theta from here, then it point is a secant theta comma b tan theta, obviously. Next, this is the equation of normal. తీసుకోవడమే తప్పు తీసుకున్నాం మనం. Angle between the lines joining the origin to the points of intersection of the line and the curve. గుర్తుందా? హోమోజనైజేషన్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇది, అవునా? 77 చూడండి, క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 77. Angle between the lines joining the origin to the points of intersection of the lines and the curve y square minus x square is equal to 4. ఓకే, హోమోజనైజేషన్ లేదంటే డైరెక్ట్ కూడా చేయొచ్చు. 77 √3x plus y is equal to 2 and the curve y square minus x square is equal to 4. So what is the value of y? 2 minus root 3x whole square. 2 minus root 3x whole square minus x square is equal to 0. 4 plus 3x square minus 4 root 3x minus x square is equal to 0. Is equal to 4 kada, sorry. Is equal to 4. This is method, homogenization inko method. 4 4 cancel. 2x square minus 4 root 3x is equal to 0. So 2x common, x minus 2 root 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 2 root 3. X is equal to 0 or x is equal to 2 root 3. So another point will be, if x is 0, y will be plus or minus 2. Sorry. X is 0, y will be 2. If x is 2 root 3, 2 into root 3 into 3. Root 3 into root 3. 2 into 3, 6. 6 plus y is equal to 2. Y is equal to minus 4. Okay. So points ఏంటి ఇప్పుడు 0, 2 and 2 root 3, minus 4. 0, 2 and 2 root 3, minus 4. These are the points. Now, suppose OA, B. Okay. So, lines OA and OB. M1 will be 2. Sorry. M1 is not defined, right? X coordinate is same. So, vertical line. M1 not defined. M2 minus 4 by 2 root 3 minus 2 by root 3. Okay. So mod of M1 minus M2 ఆ ఫార్ములా అయితే angle between OA and OB. So basic గా angle between y axis and this line. You have to find angle between y axis and this line. Okay. Angle between y axis and this line. So tan theta is minus 2 by root 3. Theta is with x axis here. Now find angle with y axis. Find angle with y axis. 78. If a point moves so that its distance from the point 2, 0 is always 1 by 3 of its distance from the line. So 1 by 3 from the line. Distance from the point is always 1 by 3 of its distance from the line. Which means that is ellipse. 1 by 3 times, that is a constant value, distance. Okay, ratio of distance is constant and that ratio is 1 by 3, which is less than 1. So E is 1 by 3 in that question, which means the conic is ellipse. Length of latus rectum, find out 2b square by A. Okay. Next. Distance from the point 2, 0. Distance from the line x is equal to 18. Okay. AE 2 ఇచ్చాడు, A by E 18 చేసేయచ్చు. Next. An equilateral triangle is inscribed in an ellipse whose equation is, if one vertex of the triangle is 0, 1, then the length of each side is. Okay. ఇది చేద్దాం. Time 3 minutes. 79. Okay. An equilateral triangle is inscribed in the ellipse whose equation is x square by 4 plus y square by 1 is equal to 1. X square by 4 plus y square by 1 is equal to 1. If one vertex of the triangle is 0, 1, observe this. Acha, ellipse question, right? Okay, whatever. This is 2, 0. this is 0 comma 1, this is 0 comma 1, a dash, b dash. Okay, one vertex is 0 comma 1, this is one of the vertices. Next, how to form an equilateral triangle here. Okay, inscribed in an ellipse. So other 2 points will be somewhere here. Other 2 points will be here. This should be an equilateral triangle. C dash, suppose C and C dash. Then the length of each side is. Try again a question.